Back in January of 2015, the Ontario government came up with something called the Estate Administration Tax, EAT or E. We don't already pay enough tax while we're living, but then when you pass away, not only do you have to worry about paying money to the Canada Revenue Agency possibly, and that's the federal government, but then also looking at having to pay the Ontario government. So what the government wants to know when somebody dies is, what did you have? So your house, any money in a bank account, investment assets, so stocks, bonds, mutual funds, artwork, jewelry, vehicles, all of your personal belongings. The government requires your executor to give an accounting of all of your assets and what they're worth, and then you have to pay tax on that money. They did change it in 2020 on the first, so up to $50,000 of assets, you don't have to pay any probate fees. So for example, if you're an executor for somebody and they have say $40,000 in their bank account, they're renting, they don't really have any assets except that $40,000, you don't have to worry about probate. But after $50,000, that's where you have to worry about these fees. So I'm going to give you an example. Let's say somebody's got $350,000. Their house is worth $300,000 and they had a few bucks in the bank. So what happens is that first $50,000, you don't have to pay any of those estate fees, but that remaining $300,000, you're going to pay $15 per thousand. So basically that's going to work out to be $4,500 that you're going to have to pay to the Ontario government. So the larger somebody's estate, the more this amount's going to be. So you can imagine if somebody had $1 million, then you're paying upwards of $15,000, less the 50, but paying $15,000 in that estate administration tax. So definitely that amount can add up. There are some things that you can do instead of having a large chunk of money in a bank account, making sure that that money is set up through an insurance company. That can help bring down your estate costs. Instead of having money in a mutual fund or stocks, having that money in what's called a segregated fund, that money stays outside of probate. That would be another way to reduce your estate taxes that you would have to pay when you pass away.